So under this strand, strand 4.6 of leadership development in individuals and teams, under career stage 1, the school head is expected to identify strengths, capabilities, and potentials of individuals and teams in performing leadership roles and responsibilities. For career stage 2, school head should provide opportunities to individuals and teams in performing leadership roles and responsibilities. Career stage 3, the school head should capacitate individuals and teams to effectively perform leadership roles and responsibilities in fostering shared governance and accountability. And for the highest career stage, which is career stage 4, the school head should empower individuals and teams to consistently and effectively perform leadership roles and responsibilities in achieving school goals, shared governance, and accountability. So if you can see the hierarchy of the action words, first we have identify. After identifying, you should provide opportunities. Then after providing opportunities, we have to capacitate individuals and teams. And after that, when we already have capacitated individuals and teams, that's the time to empower our school personnel, individuals and teams to consistently and effectively perform leadership roles and responsibilities. Kaya, kaya nga sa ating mga schools, we have different coordinatorship. Kung merong mga committees na tayo ay ginagawa, merong mga chairman or chairpersons, dahil isa po ito sa providing opportunities sa mga teachers and personnel natin na mag-lead. Saka if we are going to conduct training, in-sit and service training, and LAC sessions on capacity building, on leadership, at pinapadala natin sa mga leadership seminars, trainings, ating mga teachers, that is already capacitating individuals and teams ang ating mga teachers. And now, if we give a chance to our teachers to lead a particular project and mga programs at saka mga activity schools, that's already empowering them. And what we need to do is just to oversee, monitor, and evaluate their activities. So, according to Ralph Nader, I start with the premise that the function of leadership is to produce more leaders, not more followers. That is correct and also applicable in our school. So, we need to point out, or sabi pa nga, dapat tayo ay sa ngayon ay meron na tayong napipili o napupusuan ng mga teachers at nagbibigay tayo ng pagkakataon sa lahat ng mga teachers na ma-develop sila into future leaders or school leaders or future principal, hindi lang principal, future superintendent, future regional director, and yung mga higher positions ng Department of Education. So, mali natin, isa sa mga teachers natin sa ngayon ay in the near future, 5 to 10 years or 15 years from now, will become superintendent or regional director or division supervisor. So, dapat tayo po ang maging wind beneath their wings at hindi po bawal po sa school head ang magkaroon ng tinatawag na crab mentality. Kasi kapag may bahid ng crab mentality ang isang school head, ay talagang may pagkakataon na hindi niya mapapagbibigyan ng pagkakataon or chance ng mga yung may mga leadership potentials na mag-grow and develop. So broadly stated, leadership is a social process that involves influencing others. The systematic development of good leaders is fundamental to long-term organizational success, yet organization often overlook it or undertake leadership development in a haphazard fashion. So the following are the common or most quoted definition of leadership, some of which we encountered already in our master's degree classes, doctoral degree classes, and even in the trainings and seminars that we attended. So leadership has been defined as the process by which an individual determines direction, influences a group, and directs the group toward a specific goal or mission. In a sense, leadership is what leaders do. The following have been observed. Leadership is a behavior, not a position. Tama po yan. So leadership is a behavior, not a position. So you can have the highest position in land, but if you do not behave like a leader, you are a trash. Leadership is inspiring people to live the vision, mission, and values of the organization. That's correct. Leaders do not just tell people what to do. Great leaders empower people to make decisions and support the goals and vision of the community, ultimately developing smarter solutions. Their job is to inspire and coach. Ang leader po hindi po dapat diktador, ha? Hindi po dapat diktador. Pero paminsan-minsan we need to be diktador, ha? Based when needs arises. Hindi naman lahat ng pagkakataon. So leaders coach to build a community that is fully participating, both responsibly and accountability. Leaders create buy-in at every level and ensure that all members of their community know that their contributions are important. So leaders are not necessarily born. Ha? Tandaan po natin, leaders are not necessarily born. People can learn leadership behaviors. Correct. People who excel in performing their job and who take full responsibility within their communities are acting like leaders. Someone who looks to find a better, smarter, or faster way of making things happen is acting like a leader. Yet some people are born leaders, and they are becoming even more valuable. May mga tao talaga na may mga characteristics and traits na o being a leader. Simula-simula pa lang ng kanilang buhay. Lalo na yung tinatawag na charisma. May mga charismatic leader ba, 'di ba tayo? Yung charisma, this is inborn. Hindi lahat ng tao, hindi lahat ng leader ay charismatic. Ito ang ibig sabihin na some people are born leaders. Some people are with the heart to lead. Talagang nasa dugo na niya ang pagiging leader. Simula pagkabata hanggang sa tumanda siya. These are mga traits na sa kanya na. Pero let us not forget also that leaders can be trained. Leading people can be learned. That's why we have leadership training even in our agency or institution. And also, we often hear this one, management is not synonymous with leadership. Managers facilitate people, process, and product. Good managers implement strategies and find solutions to problems. In contrast, the goal of any leader should be to get as many people living the vision as possible. Ay dapat sa school natin, we should balance management and leadership. We should balance management and leadership. Hindi na lang puro management ang ating ginagawa sa school at nakakalimutan natin ang aspekto ng being a leader. So let's come to the qualities, traits, and behaviors of a leader. The ideal leaders is flexible, proactive, analytical, strategic, culturally competent, and adept at competitive positioning. Leadership development consultants Jack Singer and Joseph Pockman asked more than 300,000 business leaders to rank the top competencies from a list of key leadership skills. They found that the following traits are most important for leadership success. Number 1 sa ranking ay inspires and motivates others. I am very much I agree. I'm sorry. I agree very much to this one that a leader talaga inspires and motivates others. Second in the rank is displays high integrity and honesty, hindi sinungaling. Walang bahid ng kasinungalingan at pagkukunwari. Walang bahid ang pagkatao sa pagnanakaw o mga pagsisinungaling. Sa corruption, sa graft ng corruption. Solves problems and analyzes issues. Kasama din sa integrity Sa integrity yung ating personal life. Hindi dapat ang isang leader ay questionably ang kanyang pagkatao. Lalo sa pakikipagrelasyon, sa love life, sa love life. Drives for results, communicates powerfully and prolifically. It's correct. 'Di ba yung mga magagaling na leaders sa buong mundo, napakagaling magsalita, mag-speech. At kapag nagsasalita sila, more than 100%, parang sure na sure sila sa kanilang sinasabi. 'Di ba? Oh, tingnan niyo si Mahatma Gandhi, 'di ba? Yung strong Iron Lady ng Great Britain. Isa sa mga babaeng pinakahahangaan ko sa buong mundo. Si Madeleine Albright ba yun? Yung Iron Lady ng Great Britain. At saka of course, ang asawa ni dating US President Bill Clinton na si Hillary Clinton. Yung mga babaeng international figure na mga hinangakang for being powerful leaders. They communicates powerfully and prolifically. Then builds relationships, not destroy relationship. So, kung sa inyong paaralan ay maraming mga faction-faction, that means mahina ang leadership. Dahil kung malakas ang leadership, dapat tinatanggal yan na factionalism because leader builds relationships, positive relationship. Leaders displays technical and professional expertise. That's correct. Being a school head, being a leader of the school, we should show to our teachers that we have technical and professional competence and expertise. For example, sa lesson planning, dapat dapat tayo ay marunong mag-lesson plan. Hindi lang marunong, expert sa lesson planning para pag nagbigay tayo ng comments, suggestions at technical assistance sa ating mga teachers about improving lesson planning ay dapat we can communicate powerfully and prolifically. Yan. Displays a strategic perspective, develop others. Yan, yung sinabi ko kanina, dapat walang bahid ng crab mentality ang isang school head. Walang bahid ng crab mentality o hinggitera. So okay lang, dapat okay lang sa atin kung nakikita natin na nag-excel ang ating teachers at may potential na mas tumaas pa ang kanilang posisyon kaysa sa atin. Then innovates, innovates. Ang leader ay dapat innovator. So ito ang top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, top 10 leadership skills needed or according to 3,000 business leaders in the world. Number 1, inspires and motivates others. So sa pagpipili natin ng susunod nating presidente, vice president at mga senators, dapat yung ang unang criteria natin, ang dapat magiging susunod nating pangulo ng Pilipinas ay yung inspires and motivates others, displays high integrity and honesty. Honesty. Yan. Communicates powerfully and prolifically, builds relationship. O may pasok dito na isa, builds relationship. Babangon tayo pa at nagkakaisang muli. Hindi ko siya pinopromote Then sa atin naman po, we should have leadership development programs and projects. Ano itong tinatawag na leadership development? Refers to any activity that enhances the capability of an individual to assume leadership roles and responsibilities. Examples include degree programs in management, executive education, seminars and workshop, and even internship. So yun dapat talaga sa ating schools kasama sa ating ISLAC or laxation ay yung leadership development topics. because this is part pala ng ating task as school head ay to develop leadership, develop natin mga teachers para maging future leaders. So there are approaches and elements to leadership development. Number one is identification of potential leaders. Number one talaga. Sa ating school, tingnan natin ang ating mga personnel. Sino sa kanila ang may K? May K. O may karapatan. Oy, may kakayanan na maging leader. Meron siyang yung mga traits and capabilities, yung nakatagong kakayanan na nakikita natin na pwede siyang maging leader. Number one, kapag inassign natin siya na chairman ng isang committee, talagang hindi siya tubiling i-accept ang responsibility as chairman. O yung mga nagdadalawang isip at pinipilit pa natin ay wag mo nang pilitin because parang wala siya lang leadership traits. Pero kung baka nahihiya lang, so bigyan natin ng pagkakataon. So identification of potential leaders, napaka-importante sa atin. At ang inquish, ang inquish na hinihintay natin na mangyari na ay isa po sa mga pamaraan ng pag-identify ng mga potential leaders, school leaders. Of course, we can use assessment instruments, yung mga ready-made na mga assessment leadership instruments to measure leadership capabilities ng ating mga personnel. Sa dito yung tinatawag na Strength Deployment Inventory or ang Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, MBTI. So mayroong mga internet-based assessment tools to measure the leadership traits of our personnel. So after that, meron na tayong napili na pupusuan na susunod sa ating yapak bilang school head o gusto nating maging matagumpay na district supervisor or even superintendent, papasok na dyan yung coaching and mentoring. We are very much familiar about coaching and mentoring, di ba? So i-coach natin at i-mentor natin yung napupusuan natin at nakikita nating may leadership potential na maging leader or school leaders in the future. Isa, halimbawa, magli-leave tayo ng 1 month, forced leave na 1 week. 1 week lang ang forced leave ba? Siyempre, ang assign natin na school in charge, school OIC, ay yung talagang may leadership potential na ang ating bibigyan ng pagkakataon for 1 week na mag-lead ng ating paaralan. Ha? Pagkakataon lang ha, baka pagbalik natin, ayaw nang umiwas doon sa table natin. Gusto na siya na ang maging school lead forever. So, coaching and mentoring. So, what is mentoring? Mentoring is a form of coaching in which more senior person participate actively in the professional development of a junior person, usually within the same organization. Mentoring may be done informally, as is usually the case, but it can also be formalized. And we have also to develop the emotional intelligence of our personnel. Dahil, di ba, sa previous discussion natin, ang foundation ng success ng kahit na sino mang tao ay yung personal development ay yung EQ, emotional intelligence, pakikisama sa kapwa-tao, yung behavior, ang attitude. 90% of top performers have high emotional intelligence, according to Travis Bradbury, author of Emotional Intelligence 2.0. So this according to research yung mga top performers daw ay mataas ang emotional or EQ, emotional quotient, emotional intelligence. Of course, we can develop future leaders through work experiences. Yun nga, ina-assign natin na school in charge kapag leave tayo or ina-assign natin na yung mga lead subject area coordinators, ganyan. Or sa high school, we have the so-called department heads. So, yun na. sa mga way to develop future school leaders, stretch assignments and rotational assignments. So we can also read about these different leadership theories. We have the great man theories, trait theories, contingency theories, situational theories, behavioral theories, participative theories, transactional theories, and relationship theories na pwede nating magamit as theories in developing future leaders in our bakuran or school. Ano yung tinatawag na great man theory? Ito lang ang ni-research ko. Bahala na kayo ng iba. Tinatawag na great man theory of leadership espouses that great leaders are born, not made. These individuals come into the world possessing certain characteristics and traits not found in all people. So kanina, na-discuss natin na leaders not necessarily born because leaders can be trained and developed. Pero may mga leaders talaga na according to this great man theory that there are leaders who are born, who are really born to become a leaders. These individuals come into the world possessing certain characteristics and traits not found in all people. Number one po yung charisma. And the heart to lead, yung puso. These abilities enable them to lead while shaping the very pages of history. Under great man theory, prominent leaders throughout the course of history were born to lead and deserved to do so as a result of their natural abilities and talents. The great man theory of leadership centers on two main assumptions. Great leaders are born possessing certain traits that enable them to rise and lead. Then great leaders can arise when the need for them is great. So siguro sa aside from charisma, isa yung inborn na na trait ng isang leader ay yung ability to inspire. Yung number one na trait, balikan natin. Ito na number one trait na sinasabi, ito, the ability to inspire and motivates others. Parang I believe inborn ito eh. Parang inborn. I don't know sa inyong sa inyong belief. Pero para sa akin, may mga tao talaga na unang tingin mo pa lang ay mai-inspire ka na. Sa pagsasalita pa lamang ay mai